Hey everyone, there is another presentation coming up, which means there could be another ban list, and there is things that do need to get hit in English, so I do think this will happen at some point, and hopefully soon, or otherwise our Summerfest is going to look pretty boring. Right? It's going to look kind of lame, let's put it that way. So if they do hit it, it could be pretty interesting. Definitely not as long a list as last time, but there is just, yeah. There's a lot of housekeeping. There's a bit of housekeeping to do. Not a lot. A little bit of housekeeping to do. So let's just kind of jump into it. First off is standard. So I think we've seen this one before. They just need to bring in... Like for English, we don't have the first Japanese hit to like Bavaga and... Well, that's the main one. And like Raz Island and all that. So we need to bring that in. And then I think on the English side, we can kind of just fast forward to maybe a new ban list. Moe Flash should just be gone. I think it should either be 0 or 1 because Elite Gleamer is just still a very annoying deck that no one likes. But now the Japanese side knows about it because they've been playing it and they go, wow, Elite Gleamer is so toxic. Very annoying deck. Why? We should hit it because they just didn't know about it last time, right? So now that both formats know how annoying Elite Gleamer is, we should hit Moe Flash to like 0 or to 1. Preferably 0, because like with 1 you can still luck sack, but you know, if people are playing a 1 Moe Flash build, it's like, are they really gonna win? They're just they'll be there to ruin your day, right? So you might as well hit it to 0. Badly designed card, right? It's just a badly designed card. I was thinking of other ways how to hit Elite Gleamer, but this is probably the best way. There's something like Elite Gleamer to like 1. So they can't Persona Ride, but you know they can still kind of luck sack you. So I don't know. I feel like it's just, let's just get rid of the problem, right? Like that's the mantra. Don't think about esoteric ways to maybe make something like less powerful. Let's just get rid of the like toxic problems at its core, right? It's different if it's like a full deck and they just needs a bit of a tweak to put it in line. But if it's like a toxic problem, let's just get rid of it as core. Moe Flash to 0 or 1. Okay. The next problem is the Bavaga problem. So they did hit Bavaga before. The issue is it's still a really, really good deck. And there are quite a few builds floating around for it. Well, not really a few, but there's like one main build and then a couple of other builds that are less popular. The ratios are all different, but the cards are the same. If you look at the lineup for Bavaga decks, they're mostly all the same, you know, Cindy and all that. So I think that the one way to hit this is to Choice Strict Yigmashard and Apara. Now, I think it's very important to keep in mind that Bavaga is strong and played a lot. However, there are still a lot of decks out there that are still very, very strong in Japanese, at least. And usually in English, we don't really change up anything, right? So you have to kind of keep that in mind. This will force Bavaga players to play less good searches. So things like, I think Divistia is like not good. And it also means they don't get free cards, like a free front row, right? Power is just so good, like you equip and then something you get a free front row. So you're from like nothing on your board to like something on the board. At least like 2 other attackers, right? So it makes it so you actually have to like play cards. But it also like I think out there there's things like Kakshanti that people are also running, but that's although that like generates advantage for you, it's not like a card that is like that's just there for you, right? It's just waiting your drop zone, just gonna come out in your time of need. It's a good card, but like it's just not like the kind of stone support that you have. So I think changing up the kind of the lineup in the Bavaga decks is very important. Forces players to try something new. Maybe Kakshanti is good, so players will have to kind of migrate to that. But it takes out like a pretty strong card out of the Bavaga deck, but it also means isn't really like super killer, right? I think it'll still be very competitive, like Blanknemeyer, Starshot, whatever new deck comes out in set 9 will be like probably like Heart Lulu or something like that. So I think that's very important to consider, and keeping Bavaga a strong deck as well as not a strong deck, but not like I don't know, super overly toxic. I think hitting it just like with a small touch will be enough to keep it in line, right? After that, I've just been saying Sturgeon 4. I mean, they made it up to 2, but you might as well just put up to 4, right? Like, has Gandhi really been doing anything? I don't think so. Even with it at 2. And then also Ezle to 4. Like, just make more decks available to you. I think it's fine, right? After that is probably well, this is just a summary of the changes, right? Bring the list over, Moe Flash to 0, ideally, Choice Restrict Apara and Englishard, and Surging to 4 and is out of 4. After that, we have Premium. So Premium, I think, is Loop City. Everyone's been seeing the loops. Let's just get rid of the loops. That's the main thing. So Valencia, unfortunately, I feel like this has to just go to 0. It's very strong. It's a very strong deck, card. I mean, it's a very strong card. Just, the effect is like pretty generic. Like, there's no other way to put it. This is the key component in Fair OTK. Like, hitting anything else in OTK will just kind of make more OTKs down the line, I feel, if this card is still available, because just stacking your bottom deck is very strong. You might know the Amaruta combo where you have the Sentinel restrict, and then you stack, and then you're like, okay, I can't use Sentinels. But the other way that they OTK you is they just write up on History Collection, and they make big column. They reach the bottom of the deck if they have the cards, and they just stack it, and then force out big shields, right? They can like play cards like Reedy as well, just to amp up the shield count if they don't have like the OT by then. So regardless, you'll need ways to get like guard big cards, big columns, and usually it's either Sentinels or Bust. And then if you're at grade 2, if they went History Collection Stride, you could use the Heal Guardians to -2 crit. So you might live 1, but then they can also play like Brace Angel Ladder and then just screwed, right? So overall, I feel like unfortunately Valencia just probably needs to go to 0. You'll probably have more issues down the line. Unfortunately, Genesis just has a lot of cards that aren't designed very good. That's just how it is. Like, that's just the unfortunate reality. So Valencia probably should just get restricted. Next is Shout. Like, we saw Shout Mill in Worlds, and pretty toxic deck. Pretty cool deck, but pretty toxic deck, right? You don't really play the game when you play this game. You don't really play the game when you play this deck. And you have like 2 decks just like this facing each other. Just like, it's not really Vanguard, you know. There's 0 counterplay to getting milled. And I mean, this has the same issue as Matoa, right? Forcing your opponent to like draw cards or do a certain action that mills your deck is pretty much the big recipe for disaster. So I think you just get rid of problematic cards like this at its source, and just kill it, you know. Next also is Hellhard 8. So this one is pretty interesting. I think this is one of the decks that a lot of people were considering when they were thinking of Worlds. The format overall will just become slower when the other combo decks are gone. So the ones that like the prominent ones that have still been around in Premium for a very long time will kind of rise up to the top. And to be honest, I don't think Hellhard 8 is very, very good for the game. The entire playstyle is just sit there, do nothing until you reach GB8, which is actually very quick now, because you have a History Collection that makes this deck like 1 turn quicker. And then you have like easier access to G-Guardians now because of the grade 1 promo. I was thinking like restricting Hellhard 8 and like the unflipped G-Guard, but I think it's just very easy to just search out three cards to access your G-Guards, just like hard G-Guard like 3 times after you strode twice, right? Like you History Collection, and then you stride again, and then somewhere along the lines, you've G-Guarded 3 times. I think that's very, very easy to do now in Premium. So I feel like you should just get rid of Hellhard 8. It's also one of the few combos that also can get through Honolly's, because you can search out counter charges that like full counter charges your whole damage zone. So I think just going through that is pretty important. Getting rid of Hellhard 8 will just make the format way better. And then lastly, we have that new Ezle loop that we saw. Well, it's not really new, but it finally got quite a few tops at was it California, right? This one doesn't get through Honolly, but I feel like, you know, making players play Honolly just to stop a Din Drain loop is not very good. Din Drain is like the sole enabler of all the loops, like even the mill loop. Without the Din Drain going infinite, then the loop is gone. So I think if you just like choice restrict Din Drain and the Celta Swinner, you're fine. Way back we had the combo with the Besok, but that wasn't really infinite, right? That wasn't infinite, and it didn't get through like defensive shielding and all that. So I feel like, yeah, you only need to get rid of these 2, and if you want to run like Premium Ezle, you can do it without Celta Swinner, and I think it's fine, right? I think it's fine. So yeah, I think that's all you really need to do to get rid of that combo. Again, get rid of the infinites, and I'm pretty sure there'll be more infinites that keep on coming up, but we'll hit them as they come, right? Like again, like this combo as well was around for a while, but no one really made it work. The timing that this came out at California was pretty good, just because everyone's been, you know, removing Honolys, playing different decks. And the knowledge of this kind of faded. So after you get that knowledge, you kind of know the counterplay to this combo. But again, forcing next on Honolly just to have a counterplay, I don't think is a good choice sign. So just get rid of it, right? Just get rid of the combo. And then lastly is actually restrict ladder. So I think this is worth a discussion. Bracing Angel Ladder has been like the main source of stopping interaction in Premium for a while now. You know, Premium is all about interaction, especially during your opponent's turn. So just stopping that is just, it's kind of lame, right? It's kind of lame, and it's mainly used in like combo decks to kind of seal out the game. So we should get rid of this. This allows your retire decks to come back, right? And then you also have, it also gives the power back to those decks which relies on those defensive plays to be able to like live. So something like Kagura, for example, really likes their Griffin. If they don't have a Griffin, they basically don't have any shield, right? So getting Angel Ladder kind of gives those decks more options. And I think it's just overall way more healthier for the format rather than just keeping it around. I'm sure some people will say, wow, Narukami buff, but has Narukami really been doing anything? I don't think it really has. So yeah, I feel like we should probably just get rid of Bracing Angel Ladder. It's not like 100% need to, but it does like, it kind of like seals the deal for all these combo decks. So they make the combo and they put in ladder, and then, you know, the combo is like locked in. This combo is locked in. You can't do anything about it. This at least puts the fear back in those decks, into those players, right? So overall, some of the changes: just Valencia V to 0, Shout to 0, Hellhard 8 to 0. Choice to Exceltus winner and then drain. Basically, stop combos, stop the loops. I think, yeah, Hellhard is also an infinite loop right now. And then Bracing Angel Ladder to 0. So I think those changes in Premium basically is pretty good. The previous one was already a big hit. This one just needs to be a cleanup hit. And then for the standard ones, yeah, just bring the hits here in English and then update it again, because there needs to be more hits for like something like Bavaga. That's all it is. Pretty short one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you all next time. All right, bye.